filings of our loyal supporter, Stewart, who is a brilliant corporate aviation attorney by day, but by night, he loves to get up on the stage and entertain us with his comedy and wit. Take it away, Stewart Lapayowker.
I'm not going to sing. Oh my God. I was banned one year from singing. No more singing. Oh my God. So Deb told us, how's everybody doing? That's what comedians say. We don't give a shit. So Deb told me, she called me up in the car. I got to tell you something. Can you get Michelle on the phone? And she said, we're going to award you this humanitarian award. And of course, I'm thinking, wait a minute. Just this, I'm the paranoid, neurotic Jewish guy. Okay? Humanitarian award. Old people get awards like that. I asked Michelle, does she know of a blood test? Did you tell her something? I just had a doctor's appointment. What's wrong with me? Why are they giving me this? Anyway, very nice to get that award, but of course I turned it into something terrible. By the way, for those of you who ask me, what are your jokes going to be? What are your jokes going to be? There is a woman at the gym who asks me what my jokes are going to be. All the time, before the show. What are your jokes going to be? I got to tell you. I said, look, when your boyfriend comes to pick you up for your date, do you ask him what positions you're going to be doing that night? I mean, my goodness, comedians aren't going to give that up, even though I'm a fake, I'm a phony, I'm not really a comedian. How many of you have been watching the debates? I got to tell you, I watched the Republican debate last night on CNN. It was from last week, and it has that little thing up there that says it's a repeat. How often have you seen repeats of debates? It's entertainment. I mean, Trump is going to make everyone rich. They're going to go into syndication. Everyone's going to get royalties. There's going to be a debate channel. And you'll be saying, hey, are you going to see the Carter-Reagan debate or the Trump-Cruz? I mean, it's unbelievable. Carter-Reagan maybe not going to be so much fun. I don't know about you, but I have kids who have all the latest electronics, okay? Or at least they try to, and I say, look, we're not doing more upgrades. No more upgrades, no more new electronics. Daddy's gonna go bankrupt with all these upgrades, okay? I have 3 kids, multiply everything by 3, okay? I say, look, go back to playing your Atari, working on your Commodore 64, and can someone please find Daddy's Palm Pilot? Okay, I'm done with that. All right. I do have cheat notes because I can't remember everything. And you know what? Electronics are supposed to make everything efficient, and everything is about efficiency these days. It's still funny? It's not funny. All right. Everything's about efficiency these days, except when you call for a service call on your washer dryer. Okay? When can they be there? We can give you a window. What's the window? Yeah. 10 to 5. 8 to 6. That's actually how I conduct my business. My clients, I just say, look, I'm going to call you back. It's going to be between 8 and 6. Just sit by the phone. And I know that the doctors do that too when you go in and you're sick, right? Well, maybe they do. I mean, I haven't waited for a while. All right, so I get like 7 minutes. You need to do a couple of quickies, all right? Guy's sitting in a bar. He's talking to a beautiful woman. He wants to pick her up. He says, I have this magic watch. And what? I have this magic watch. Okay. What happened, speaking of technology, what happened to wireless stuff? Oh my God. Oh, it's wrapped. Got it. Wrapped. All right. So anyway, sitting at the bar, he says, I have this magic watch. See my magic watch? You know what it tells me? It tells me you're not wearing underwear. She says, yes I am. He says, oh my goodness, it's an hour fast. Guy goes on a blind date. Okay, guy goes on a blind date. Says, I have one question for you. Do you like sex? She says, infrequently. He says, now one word or two. Okay. All right, some people who graduated high school. Blonde female cop pulls over a blonde female driver. Says, license and registration, please. Blonde driver says, what does the license look like? She says, it's square and it has a picture of your face on it. She reaches into her pocketbook, she pulls out her compact, she looks at it, it's got a mirror, hands it to the blonde cop. Blonde cop says, looks at it and says, gee, I didn't know you were a cop, you can go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's all you want. You want the really, okay, that's fine. We can now descend into the depths of pictures. So I want to know, when I go on a bad website by mistake, by mistake, and there's this ad for penis enlargement, how did they get my picture for the before? It's always a picture of me, and then the after is my son. And I'm going to tell you, I want to tell you, look, this is a story that actually I didn't even have on my, I didn't even have it on my notes. But I think it's interesting. So when I was a young man, I went to buy condoms for the first time, okay? And at that time, this is how you can tell how old I am, at that time, you had to go to the pharmacy and you had to get it over the counter. So you had to ask for it, okay? I went up to the counter and of course, then the counters were elevated. So there was the pharmacist who was 9 feet tall and wore a beautiful smock, the white or blue jacket with the tie, gray hair, and he looks down at you, how can I help you? And I look up, I'd like to buy condoms. Okay. What kind? What kind?
Extra large.
Look, lubricant, don't blow the joke. Okay? What kind? Well, there's non-lubricated. Lubricant's good, it's good. Okay? He wants to know what size. What size? Average. He says, no. He says, how many? The lights just went off. Boy, it's that bad. How many do you want? I said, how many do I want? Now, this guy is effing with me, okay? Because I'm young, and he's going to make this miserable. How many do I want? How many can I get? Well, you can get a half a dozen, or a gross. That'd be gross. 12 times 12, 144. I want that one. Because I never want to come back here ever again. Okay? Everybody have a great night tonight. Thanks very much. I always wanted to say this. The Tom Jones of comedy.